a the quick card of the day, or quick few cards of the day, I guess. Kind of finishing up from yesterday as well. Just trying to bring up on my phone our class and also the message that I need. And not the message to give, just the message from yesterday. Good morning, Joanne. Just waiting for people to get in. Just give me a second here. I'm here. I'm just going silent as I'm trying to open up a message that I need. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. And so please remember that we are on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So whenever I'm speaking with you, you may see, you may see a name or hear me speaking to someone that you're not seeing. And it's because I am on both. So anything that we are talking about here is coming up on both places. So you can go back and watch it on both at either time. So good morning. And if you didn't watch yesterday's live, I highly recommend going back and watching yesterday's live as well. So good morning, Vanessa, Valerie, Sherry, Tara, Heather. Good morning, Franz. Good morning, Rena. Hi. Terry Ann, good morning. Yes, Rena's driving. So I do have Rena's comment from yesterday up on my phone. That's what I was looking for. And Diane, hi. Hello, everyone who's joining. I'm still with clients all week, so I don't have a lot of time. I am watching the clock again this morning. Sorry to be so rushy with everything this week, but I do have to work. Besides this, I know this is also my job, but this one doesn't pay the bills because I don't get stars and those things, and I don't know why. I don't get those things, but and I don't have the monetary Facebook or YouTube and stuff on mine. I can't even change my names. They will not let me even change my names on my Facebook, my Instagram. Somebody has taken my More Than Existing and it has started a whole podcast and using my More Than Existing name. I can't use that on Instagram. So I have a whole lot of things I'm trying to figure out this week in between clients as well. So welcome everybody that's here with me. So today's messages, Terry Ann, are for everybody again. This is my morning. The one thing that I do with my morning lives that I do, this is a coffee and contemplation kind of morning. This is where I come in and I discuss the energy and I discuss what's with the cards. I give a card, I give a message that's for everybody. This is not a mediumship gathering that I do in the evenings. This is a contemplation. This is for everybody so that everyone gets a bit of a message out of this. But we were talking, there was some serious conversation happening yesterday. And of course, I channel, so I don't remember anything that I really talk about, but I do know I did tell Raina that to bring back in her message of today for me, but she's driving. So she sent it to me so that I can go back through her comment because I didn't have time to go through her comment yesterday. So whenever I speak in here, whatever I do, yes, and More Than Existing is actually trademarked. So Francis, yes. So I actually, right, Coffee and Contemplation is wonderful. And I did have Coffee and Contemplation on Instagram for a while, and then I kind of stopped that a while back, like a couple years ago. But so yes, so I do have More Than Existing is a trademark. I have it fully trademarked in Canada and the US. So I paid a lot of money for it. So I have to figure out some things this morning. So good morning, everybody. So whoever is using the More Than Existing as a podcast really cannot use it. So I gotta contact my trademarking company to see what's going on there. Hello. So, okay, so we have a room full of people, so I'm going to start because I do have clients again this morning. I am in a lot of heavy energy this morning. Even though I was like productive early this morning, I was sending Lisa stuff about these cups. We're going to get the More Than Existing mugs and stuff. And so I was sending her information this morning, and then all of a sudden I just like, I fizzled out. And I just fizzled down in energy. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they're dropping me into preparing to go to work today. So I have mediumship sessions that I'm doing today. So I dropped down into energy. So it's like everything just went poof. But we also have a lot of things happening, and a lot of there's some sadness in my family today. So I send my love and prayers to my family out there today who may be watching, who's here with us, that I am with you. I cannot come home to Newfoundland, of course, with all the restrictions, but my love, my prayers, my thoughts are all with everyone there today. Um so let me start with, I want to go back into, I want to get back into the energy of just being in that, what we call the unconditional. And we were speaking yesterday about forgiveness and unconditional love, and finding my destiny and finding the pieces of my destiny, my worth, my life. Is that when I was doing some destiny revival, retrieval stuff that I do, um, and that's in my shamanic kind of work. Um, when I was doing that, I discovered that my destiny, a huge part of my destiny, is just about learning, teaching, guiding love. And that I'm here to rediscover love, untainted love. And so that untainted love has taken me to some really deep, heavy places in my own healing journey. And to leave my human aside, but know that my human deserves all of the healing, has taken me to a place of kind of asking in my prayers to give me a new heart. And that was a big thing to ask. It's like, give me a new heart to exist within. Give me fresh new eyes, new lenses to see. And I write of that in More Than Existing, is that through the eyes of everyone that I have seen my life or experienced my life through, I say thank you. Whether it was good, bad, the ugly, I say thank you, because I wouldn't be who I am today if I had not have taken that journey. And so through that, I do ask through my prayers for new eyes, new lenses on my eyes to see, a new heart to live by, a new, a new system, a new program to be, to live by. So I'm not programmed and conditioned by anything that would have held me entrapped into the past. And during that process, I have found myself in some deep-seated, I always say it's like, is it truth to this life, or is it something of another lifetime? And I keep getting this hand put over my mouth. And so in my journey of finding that, I feel as if it might be something of even this lifetime, and not needing to rehash the past or go back again. I find myself having a sadness, and I know it's in the energy that we have right now. And we have a big, massive surprise kind of energy that's coming in for us. And I just feel like for a lot of us, there's just things that are going to take us by surprise. I found myself writing a huge surprise message this morning in my self-coaching that I do. And in that, it was like, what is that? What is that chip on your shoulder? And what do you hold? And I'm like, secrecy. The chip on my shoulder is people's fucking secrecy. And it just bugs the shit out of me of how, because I can see, because I'm a seer, because I'm a mystic, because I'm a healer, because I can see, I'm like, people's secrecy, even though think it's secret, that secret planning, that secret things that people do, that they think it's like being, you're being secret, but you're not. It's that whole essence of, and I'm like, secrecy. That's what bugs me, is secrecy. And the whole world is full of such deep-seated manipulative secrecy, trying to hide things, trying to keep things secret. But secrets get exposed. And secret expose a lot of things about people and who they are at their core. And when things get exposed about who people are at their core, it changes our projection. It changes perspectives. It changes how you view and see people and how you see things, because you get to see how much we have masked and how much things have been masked in life. And so on that journey, I just feel like, I'm really truly in that energy right now of seeing that something out here in the big world collective is exposed. There's going to be big secrets kind of exposed. And when it does, it leaves a nasty taste in the mouths of people who have been like putting faith and making enemies with people that we didn't need to make enemies with, like, or people we've turned our back on, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that is out there in the energy today. I don't know what it all means. And I just know that if you're feeling that in some way, if you're feeling that, go to your heart. Today, go to your heart and just ask for new lenses to see, to strengthen, to tweak, to, like Lisa said, tweak her heart, to tweak your heart, to just like change that perspective. So and I think a part of this is coming from our diamond effects work. And I'm like, shit. So in diamond effects last night, and what I've been doing is that I've been tweaking the energy by going from my human to spirit, by surrendering, by bringing it back to me, surrendering, bringing it back. And so that diamond effects program that I'm offering really truly is a deep-seated healing. It's awakening. It's an ascension. It is such an amazing process, and I never know what's coming. So if you still want to get into that, you still can. So good morning to everyone who's joined me. It's hard for me to was trying to go to the diamonds. So friends, if you go to the diamonds effect, if you go into the school, you should be able to get right into that program. It is a paid program, but there's a link that takes you right into that program. It's there. So good morning, everyone who's joining. Let's see. Well, Destiny, if you follow this work and you do any of my work, you're getting, I do spiritual and emotional maturity. That's Lisa's beginning little tweaks near my heart. Perhaps that is my new heart growing. So interesting listening to you talk. Yes, Lisa, that's exactly. It's like we're getting new hearts. So it's like when you start to allow yourself to get invested into this. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa Richard just shared the Diamond Effects link. So if you still want to get into the program, or Franz, if you're trying to get into there, there's the link. Lisa just posted it. And so when you're looking in at life, and you're seeing it from like this place, this spectrum. Spectrum is the only way I can put it, that we're in right now, and trying to gain that clarity, is that we actually do need to allow ourselves to like grow a new spiritual heart, a new emotional heart, to come into that place of a new awareness. So there's a lot of energy, and I'm very slow with this today. My energy is very slow. I'm having trouble talking today. I just feel like I'm like, wow. It's like everything in me today wanted to stay in the corner of the couch. I did not want to come in today. Not going to lie. I did not want to come in today, but Spirit said, yes, you are. So get up off the couch. You're going today. And it would not let me sit still and idle today. I have that slower moving energy today. So you may have that happening today. It's just a lot of weird things happening in the energy. But I want to go to Raina's message so I can get to this now. And so yesterday, Raina, and I asked her to save this. And I'm like, don't everyone start sending me their comments and hope I'm going to answer them. But I asked Raina to send me this yesterday, and it was, Corrie, what brings me out of peace is my eldest son comes to mind. He's struggling and needs mental health assistance, but isn't close by, and he goes weeks without contacting me. That's my struggle right now. I do bring the serenity prayer into my space and try to have a radical acceptance. I know we're supposed to give it to God and know He has it, and I do, but okay. And so the reason why I wanted Raina to send this to me was pretty much in that last comment. Like we talk about giving it, we talk about surrendering it, and we talk about giving it to God. And when we talk about those things, what we are doing is we are bringing it closer to our own personal heart and to our own personal journey, our own personal connection to what it is we are trying to save, and what is our own personal struggle through the experience of when somebody else doesn't want to do the things to save themselves. We have to make peace with the decision that grown adults make to not want to, that don't want to accept help, don't want to receive it, and actually don't want it right now for whatever that reason is. So surrendering and bringing it to God is to bring it closer to home, bring it closer to you, bring it closer into here, and to even put ourselves into our roles of what we believe and accept, what we believe to be our truth in the roles that we play. And Raina, I want to bring you back to the Mother Mary story. And the fact of, Mother Mary at the foot, at the side of her son, at the side of Jesus, and not being able to save this healer man who knew his destiny. And even though people would say to him, don't go towards that, like, you don't have to go today. And he knew that wasn't the will of God. He knew that was the will of man, the emotional connection people had to Jesus as a friend, as a child, as everything, that they absolutely did not want him to follow through with his destiny. Did not want him to take that journey, did not want him to go the direction that he knew was his truth. Whatever it was, whatever his fated destiny was, whatever it was to be, whatever his calling was, they didn't want him to go. My mother was the same way with me doing this work. She kind of, there are so many ways she used to kind of attack me in ways of saying, you don't need to do this. Why would you want to do this? You have such a good career. You're a hairdresser. You're very good at your job. Why would you want to take this on? And so it's like every excuse to not get me to go this way. And then finally one day she looked at me and she says, I am scared. I am afraid of you doing this work because people are so cruel out there and people are mean to you. And I'm afraid somebody is going to hurt you. I'm afraid something is going to happen to you. Do you not see those attackers? Do you not see those people? I am afraid. So our deepest seated of everything that we need to surrender and bring closest to your heart, Raina, is to surrender the fact that you are so afraid of what could possibly be. And we don't know people's times. We don't know their journey. And sometimes we have to sit at the foot at their lowest point and let them crumble until they have the courage to reach out, until they have the ability to, until they have it inside themselves to want to accept the love, the help, the everything else. And as hard as that is for a little child, I mean, we can take a little child kicking and screaming to where they need to go because they're still in our hands. But when they're in their own hands and their own destiny and their own call and living by their own laws and their own free will, there's not one thing that you can do by losing your sense of staying in your serenity of prayer and faith, of just knowing that that's all you can do is stay in that faith, is that you have to hold that so dear and you have to hold that so near and stay closest to your own personal heart of knowing that you have done everything, you have given everything, you have done all of that you can on your part. The rest is in the hands of his free will to be able to trust and to go to the will of God consciousness, the will of whatever's there, that a light, a beam just attaches to him and he gets that aha moment. And in the meantime, you keep extending love to him. You keep extending messages of love. No matter if he doesn't even respond, I am here. You can be that thread constantly, even if he doesn't answer you. You're still sending them out. I am here each and every day for you. If you need me, you know where I am. Those type of things. But until they're ready to hold on, the rest is out of your control. And that's the truth. And it's so hard and it's so sad sometimes, but I'm like, and I just said to, I used to say to Mom, you have to just know that everything in my heart, if I don't do this, I will die anyway. I'll be alive. I'll be here for all of you and I'll be what you want me to be, but I will not be full. I will not be whole. I will be half of me. And that means I will be just existing. But I had to take some of the deepest dark night of my soul journeys. I had to go back into some deep depressions. I had to rise again. I had to face my own monsters and I had to face some of my biggest fears. And I had to face the enemies that were out there, and I had to stand up to those enemies. And I had to do it alone. There's some things that you just have to do alone. By doing them alone, it what you're doing is that you're very much making your deeper connection to God consciousness, to your guides, to angels, until you realize how unalone you are, till you realize how supported you are, how you realize that you have so much things in spirit world that are there loving and supporting us. And when you find that, you start to rise back up. So in every single day, now that you have brought that even to my attention, now I include him in my prayer circles. That we don't we don't send wishes for him to have a life that is not his, because it's his life. We don't send wishes for him to have a life that is, that just makes everyone else happy. That we find that he finds something inside of him that is a spark of hope, so that he can rise in his hope and find joy in his heart, to be able to see the light and see the love, and to be able to see what a beautiful human being he is. And that's what we pray for him each and every day. Yes. Right, exactly, Lisa. The things I fear the most is what I need to love. Wrote that message down a few days ago. Yes. I found it was better for me to follow my own heart than to have people around me that I could not connect with anymore. Yes. You're welcome, Raina. And that's right. And so that's why I needed more time yesterday. No snow here, Auntie Jack. We had cold for a few days, but now we have rain coming in. Lots of rain. So when you have readings done, also Destiny, when you have any like tarot card readings and stuff done, or any psychic work, a lot is reading your energy. So it's reading what you have in your energy, or what you're picking up, or what you're exuding in your own energy. Like mediumship speaks to spirit. Uh, Tarot connects to divine, right? So we connect to divine, we get divine connection, we connect to divine. A lot of psychics read energy, so we read the energy of your aura. And so they can also get into that energy in your mind and the story, whatever story you've banked inside of yourself. Whereas mediumship, you can't even tell a lie. It's like whatever it exposes, whatever you have happening, because spirit gives you what you need, right? And so, as a spiritual healer and a mystic, is that I can see beyond. So the ability to see beyond the story of your human, to see the spirit within. So you have a deeper connection to trying to do things from a human level, from a one-dimensional, instead of a spirit level, instead of a third, fourth, instead of surrendering it into spirit and to do the soul work. And that's where we need to work from, is the soul work. So what about my cards, Franz? I'm still writing the book. I scrapped the first book, so I'm at card number 27 right now in the book. And so there's 44. So I'm at card number 27. They're all getting a new life, a new writing. But it's coming along. And they need money. So let's give you a card. Let's give a couple cards here for everybody to go with the messages. You're welcome, Destiny. So mediumship, so every psychic is not a medium, but every medium is a psychic. That's what I can tell you to start with, Stacy. When I teach my mediumship courses, that's what I tell people. When I teach intuition courses and connecting to your intuition and your spirit guides, you do a lot more of connection, or connection to your spirit, is that we connect to the spirit within you, to your higher self. Psychic work reads energy. It reads the energy around you. It reads your aura. It's an energy reading. Whereas mediumship connects to spirit. We connect to the guides, to the spirit, to the beings that are out there. We connect to even your spirit. But that's what mediumship does. But every psychic is not a medium, and a lot are not mediums by choice. But every medium is a psychic. So, a card for today And I'm more than and I work more than a medium. I'm not just a psychic medium. That's not what my work is, and that's why my titles don't come up anymore as just psychic medium work, because my work is so much more. I work as a mystic. Um, I work as a mystic and a healer, and generational. So, and it's funny. Here's our first card of the day. It is the Medicine Woman. And so the Medicine Woman is number 21. And she is the beautiful Marie. Oh my God. Joanne, are you here? Do you not see the name? So our first card out today is our beautiful Marie. The sister, as a raven flies past my window. As I throw it all down, you just can't make this shit up. So from the beautiful sister of the seven sisters, the seven of seven sisters. You here? Oh, you're here too, Sheila? We just can't make this up. My first card out this morning is Marie, our beautiful Marie. And we send much love out this morning. And who we are at the core of us. So I mean Joanne Thorne, my family. My cousin and my aunt that are here, Sheila, Joanne, and Heather, you're here. And Heather, um, this is a big family message today. And so this is when I spoke about I send messages of love home to my family in Newfoundland today. So the seven sisters, the twins, Pansy and Daisy, my grandmother, her twin sister, and beautiful Marie. Just know that we are all, no matter where or how connected, disconnected you may think you are from family, we are connected by threads and by love that we cannot explain. And Linda's here. My cousin Linda's also here. We are connected in such ways. This side of my family that's all here right now, I call us the White Witches. We are the White Witch side, the family. Of my ancestry, and we are so divinely connected by love, by spirit, and by those seven sisters. And the magic of those seven sisters and the sisters that are left here, we are wrapping this love of the sisters who are all in heaven today, all in spirit world today, and rooted and grounded and deep into the love, because this beautiful card never got its name by mistake. And everything happens by divine reason. Everything that happens in my life comes through these cards. And so this is validation to our two dimes, to the twins showing up last week, to us getting those cards last week in here of why the twins were here, and our message of where Marie is today. So much love. And no matter what our darkest days are, there is always light. And to remember that no matter what our darkest days are, wherever you have to travel, whatever you have to go through, whatever you have to experience, we have the love of spirit, our loved ones. They are with us on such a deep, deep level today. And we are so connected on such a big thread, and as a human race, as together, and family, and so deeply. And so when you know who you are at your core, when you know that you are a beautiful light, that you know that you have what it takes to travel through, to heal, to walk through whatever it is that you need to go through, that light is always there. And so with and through each and every one of us is that love of spirit. My grandmother, who is here with us today, beautiful Pansy, beautiful little tiny Pansy. She was a powerhouse I don't even know if she was 4 foot. I don't even know if she was 4'8" or 9. I don't even know. And her matching twin, Pansy and Daisy, and to the beautiful Marie, who all are nothing, but they are nothing but pure love and light. Nothing but pure love and light. They were angels who walked on earth, and they are angels on the other side. And so, with each and every one, the family that is with us today, watching today, or in our world today, that we are sending that to, that I can tell you there is love and light shining upon us today. And to each and every one of you that are feeling as if you are in the dark today, that the medicine woman, the healers, that are out there are wrapping around this earth, and there is a circle around this earth today. And there is surprising us and bringing in healing into our worlds and into our lives that you didn't even think was possible. And when they came, they told me there was 3. And I knew, and I know we still have more to go through, and I know there's still a journey. But through that, when you know the power of the love that is with us, we can walk. We can walk the fire. We can walk through the fire. We can walk on hot stones. We can walk on the ashes, and we will come out on the other side still embodied in love and light. So today, if you have that heavy heart, know that you are being, that my grandmother opened her door to everybody. So today, my grandmother, Miss Pansy, is sending her love and her light, and Miss Daisy, they've been sending their love and light to each and every one today in this world, because their hearts are so big that they can wrap their love. And so there's a lot of love being given today. And so much, much love to each and every one that are out there, and to sending that love. And all the message that I would love to give with this card today, I can't give today because this is all fresh for us today. So just know that we are rooted and grounded, and that healer that runs deep in me, it runs deep to the core. And who I am to the core of me runs even deeper. And I know with everything in me, I always say, I know I don't have a mean or cruel bone in my body, because it would not be possible, because I know who my grandmother and grandfather are. And because of who I know who my grandmother and grandfather are, I know I am rooted in nothing but purest of love. And that's what you have to remember. At the root and the depths of you is absolute love and light. So let yourself find your own love and light, and stop beating yourself up, stop being so hard on yourself, and just let your light shine. This little light of mine, this little light of mine. So the healer that works through me, works with me, sends each and every one of you a deep-seated love today, a deep-seated healing to wherever you need it today. And just know that you can't make up the magic and the miracle of how spirit works. Spirit works in amazing ways, and spirit works in the most beautiful ways. And this was the validation that we needed to know right exactly where our beautiful Marie is. And we know where she is this morning. So, whew. Okay, gathering myself on this one. You're all welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. So I'm going to give one more card before I go, because my tears are going to overflow. And I still have to work today. We are human. We are human first before we are anything else in this world and in this existence. And in my world, family is everything. And so then we come in with heart healing, which gives us the cosmic beauty of Thorne. And right at the root of us, right in the sacral, this is sacral healing today, in our root, in our ancestry, in our umbilical cord connections. In our umbilical cord connections at the deep of us, mother healing, grandmother healing, all that divine feminine healing energy that gets to flow through us. And Thorne is like the cosmic. It is the essence of the cosmic egg, the beautiful blessing, the miracles. And I said this the other day in one of my trains. I'm like, if a human being only knew how gifted they were, they wouldn't be searching so hard in spirit world to find their gifts. The fact that humans have the ability to see color, to be creative, to use your hands to be able to do things that no other creature can do, to be able to stand upright and to walk, to be able to hold and give birth, to create, to take a seed and to be able to grow a human inside of us, to be able to bring and multiply the human race into this world. We have such power and such beautiful gifts within the humans. Why do we fight so hard to be competitive and try to keep working, to try to keep being something even more than that? I'm like, it's amazing how many people have run over me as if I am roadkill on a road to just take what I have, to try to steal these gifts, to try to become me, to try to create that. And it's the most hurtful thing of my life. And it's not because it hurts me, it's because it hurts to know that people cannot see what you have inside of you that's at such a deep level, even of your human existence, that has such power to be such a change in this world, that it's like if we all just allow our unique self to exist and to show up in this world healed, beautiful, whole, that we can do such powerful things from a healed heart without motive to destroy, to manipulate, to take away from somebody, to not be in the presence of somebody and feel like the only reason why you're there is to take what they have or you want to become them. And that was the beauty of these 7 sisters in my grandmother's family. They all loved each other so dearly and supported them. And as I was standing down in my kitchen this morning, I thought about my beautiful aunt, my great aunt, who is the wart charmer. And I'm like, she has never even had a desire to even tell anybody. She shows up where she's needed. Most people in the world doesn't even know she's even so gifted. Nobody knew the power that these women have. And they didn't care. It didn't matter. They knew the power of love, and they knew the power of what they could do with their hearts and how powerful that was to be a part of creation, of bringing children into the world and raising their family and loving their family and being that connection and that support. And if we can do anything today, be a better human being. And to be able to look at your gifts, look at what you have as a human in your gifts, the ability to see color, to have a more colorful view of the world, more colorful view of people, not a judgmental, not so critical, to be able to use our hands to make food, to share food, to be able to make things and share and create, to be able to stand up and walk to your neighbors, walk to your friends, walk out into this world, walk forward, not to just stay sitting down. Know that we have the power as the human race to be such a divine creation, to be able to be this world today. And this is why we are here. We are not here for everybody to become a psychic medium. We're here for everybody to be the best human being that we can be and to do the work that we're here because we all have a healer within. We all have a God within. We all have a God conscious within. We all have an angelic ability within us. And we're here to use those things to be of service upon this earth, to just be okay with who you are and just keep improving that by tweaking and healing and putting new lenses on your eyes and seeing the world in a different way. Your neighbor, your friends, your family, they may not be as bad as what you've made them out to be, to just let yourself be in that energy. Today, it's time for us to start coming together. It's time for us to start coming together as a world, start coming together and build that web as a human race. And from this middle road that I have been taught long throughout my life, that my grandparents taught me, stay in the middle road. I never needed someone to teach me that. That was a natural for me. And I have never left. And so by staying in that middle road and staying here, I've learned a lot. I have seen a lot. I've been able to live with an open heart and an open mind. And today and each and every day, live from that place. Come home to the middle, get in here and just live from here. And it's a beautiful place. And that's coming home. So today, I hope that this message resonates with you. I hope it brings you some peace, and I hope it brings you some heart healing, because the healer in me and the healers that I am blessed to have for ancestors and those throughout the world that are around us are sending our love. We are all wrapping together to wrap this world in love today and healing. So just know that no matter where you are in the depths of the darkness, there is light. There is light today. So much love. Have a beautiful day. I do have to go pull myself together and get ready and go to work with clients. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Much love.